Well, welcome to another episode of Free Gold, where today we're going to be talking about stalking. Stalking in a professional way. That's right. We're talking retargeting, remarketing.
So not following Melissa around the office?
No. And Melissa doesn't work here. That was just a joke. All right. This guy. Yeah. So, these are commonly referred to as stalker ads, but I'll tell you what, they work, and they work really well. And I think the one thing you have to get on board with up front is that people went to your website. That's when retargeting takes place. They were interested in your product or service, right? But we know that 2% of first-time website visitors are going to convert. That means we've got to find a way to bring them back around, because in today's world, they are consulting between 10 and 15 resources online before they make a buying decision. And so you need some way to stay top of mind to them. Don't worry, you're not stalking them too much. They were, after all, interested in your product in the first place, right? So we're going to take you through the best practices in retargeting. And you want to take it away with number one?
Sure. So number one, understand your target market. And what we mean by that is when you create your ad copy, make sure that it speaks to your desired market. If you're targeting millennials, you don't want a photo of old people that says...
There's nothing that millennials love more than old people.
Right. Except for coffee.
Coffee and old people? Yeah, that's all over Snapchat.
There we go. So make sure you understand your target market. Make sure you understand the purpose of your campaign, whether that be to drive traffic, to generate leads, whatever the case may be. Make sure that you are set with defining those markers.
I love it. I mean, there's no better way than retargeting. For me, I love these because they're art-based, right? So you actually get to approach your audience with imagery. So my recommendation to you would be to get with your creatives and create amazing artwork of all the sizes so that you can hit as many people as possible. Google has an auto-generated ad. Don't use them, guys. Come on. Not only are you going to look like the masses, but they don't look great. They will contort and shrink. And you have to imagine Google's trying to get you to upload 4 images, and then they're going to make all like 16 sizes out of them. Pay the couple $100, get with a graphic designer, call Cornerstone, and get something that represents your business, and do it 3 times. That way we can have some ads turning hands. You don't want to run the same ad all year long. No. Sometimes there's seasonality in your business, and you can't run an ad year long, right? Right now, on my to-do list is to change over the ads for winter for some people as it's getting colder, and you don't want to be running summer ads anymore.
Right. And to that point, make sure that you're doing multi-testing, and not just A/B testing, but you should have a couple of different renditions of your ad. People are going to resonate with different ads, different photos, different call to actions. So you want to make sure that you're continually changing or testing those to see if you need to make the changes.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, one thing that always comes up when we talk about retargeting is I don't want to retarget people too much. And of course, we always remind people, well, you don't want to retarget people too little. So keep in mind there are settings. If you're one of those more conservative marketers, there are ways that we can limit your exposure to a particular client throughout the month. And there are always ways that we can kind of bump it up as well.
I always like to say 2 weeks is a good rule of thumb, but it varies by business.
It's funny. I personally, I love this because to me, it's almost irresponsible to create a marketing funnel. Most of our clients have gone through the expense and the mental energy of creating creative on their website, have a custom landing page, have a Facebook targeted ad. They drove the traffic there, and now we know that it's only going to convert at 6%. So what's happening to 95% or so of that traffic? It's falling off. It's almost irresponsible. We can retarget all of those people. Guys, they were interested in the ad in the first place. They read the content. They decided not to convert because maybe they were in the beginning stages of the buying funnel. Maybe put a little picture of a buying funnel right here. They're at the tip top, and they need to come down. So it's really easy to say, okay, well, let's just retarget them for 2 weeks and make sure that they see our brand. And during that decision-making time, they can easily come back to our website.
That's great. I would say the next thing would be, let's talk a couple of different ways about how we can target people, right? We can do it contextually. So if somebody has shown interest in a particular service or product, Obviously, we can do it if and when they come to the website. So there's a couple of different ways to target.
You're talking about pre-stocking now.
Yes.
So we're talking retargeting, remarketing. You've been to the website, we cookie you, and you move on and you start seeing the ads. You're saying, hey, why wait?
In some cases.
Yeah, right? These guys are already on an article that's regarding your service. Why not use that opportunity to be on the sidebar with a beautiful photo? I love it.
I think it's another good way to stalk.
Well, and it also says that you might have multiple services. So just an ad with your logo is not going to be sufficient, right? I mean, just like everything else we tell you, you need to be targeted to specific audiences. So having multiple ads in your collection that target different parts of your business and then lead people back to different landing pages are what you want to do. In fact, it's so sophisticated now that when you're on Amazon and you're shopping for shoes, you're going to see that exact pair of shoes following you around. Or if you're a service-based business and you have a couple of services, you could say, hey, if they're on this page, I want them to get this ad. If they were on this page, I want them to get that ad.
And it's important because you really want, like you said, you want to deliver ads to not only what they show interest in, but people are going to be in different stages of that buying funnel that you spoke about. So if I'm somebody who's ready to take an action, and maybe I don't for whatever reason, I leave your site, I want you to welcome me back to take that immediate action. Now, if I'm somebody who's just starting to research, an ad that brings me to a page on why I should use your service would be a better use of the ad. So, to your point, make sure that we're delivering ads not only to different stages, but also to the different products and services that people are showing interest in.
Well, it's funny, taking the stages concept to the umpteen degree, at the end stage, when they're actually looking at your proposal, I know for some of our higher end clients, by higher end, I mean, they're putting proposals out for 10 grand, like a roofer, right? They're putting a $13,000 proposal in front of you. Most people don't just say, oh, it's only 15 grand, let me go get my checkbook inside. They need a few days.
Right.
I know I do, maybe weeks or months, but in those cases, you don't want to be calling like, Miss Johnson, have you looked over my $15,000 proposal yet? Are you ready to sign up right now? You don't want to be pestering those people. So this is a nice soft touch that when they're on Facebook later that night or they're on Spotify listening to music that next day, they get your ad. And it's just a soft way to say, hey, we're a reputable company because they're on websites that they know, like, and trust. And now they see your brand while they're considering your bid, probably against competitor bids, right? It's a great way to stay top of mind while they're considering it.
I love it. Those are all great tips. And let's not forget, the other great reason, not only to stay in front of your potential client, not only to remind them, hey, we're still here, don't forget about us, but for local businesses, it builds credibility. When somebody goes to a website like CNN or Forbes or ESPN, and there's MetLife or Nissan USA, and then there's Bob's Plumbing that's right down the street. I mean, how cool is that for your business to know that you're standing amongst some of the most reputable businesses in the country, and there you are, and to whoever it is looking at that has no clue whatsoever how that ad got there, other than the fact that, hey, Bob's down the street, he's on ESPN.com right next to, a thing for Forbes or CNET, and it just helps build that credibility and the value of your business.
Well, it's so true. I mean, we meet with, I would say most of the business owners we meet with don't even realize it's an option. Yeah. And so if that's who they're targeting as a market for retargeting ads to buy them, imagine the general consumer has no idea how you got on ESPN. They're just like, wow, that heating and air guy must be amazing. I mean, I didn't realize they were this big. Or it's that concept of like, I didn't know this word yesterday, but now I hear it all the time. Yep. And they're like, wait, was Integrity Air out there this whole time and I'm just now catching on? They don't realize that process just started for them. Right. I love it. I think another thing to mention here is the price. It is very inexpensive to do retargeting. I mean, in most cases, you're retargeting all month long for under $500 for a small business. I mean, obviously, we've had remarketing clients that go on up into the thousands of dollars, but to just get started and toe into the water and test it out, I mean, it's really affordable compared to SEO or SEM, something like that.
Awesome. Well, that pretty much concludes this video. So guys, when doing your display ads, make sure that you have a clear understanding of your target market and a clear understanding of your campaign. Make sure that you're multi-testing, whether that be A/B or ABC. And then make sure that you are delivering ads throughout different stages and in conformity to different products and services that you're offering. If you guys have any questions, as always, we'll put the link down below. Go ahead and click it. Leave us with any questions you'd like to see answered on our #FreeGold series. And this has been another episode of #FreeGold.